This week, we're going to get this old truck done. Yeah, I just said it. You heard me right. We're going to get this truck done this week. Probably means that we won't, but we're going to give her the old try. So, let us get busy. If you recall last week, we got some stuff done, mostly just brakes. Headers didn't fit. I got some more coming. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. Torque converter was bad. Wouldn't fit on the transmission. Well, there they are right there. I got them all boxed up, fixing to ship them back. I decided, I bought that torque converter from Summit. Let's just let Summit do it. I did order the same torque converter. Fellas, there's not a whole lot of choice out there when it comes to an FMX transmission. No, sir. Most of them would ship January 6th. We ain't got that kind of time. No, sir. We got to get this done, like I said, this week. That's my goal. Whether we accomplish that or not is yet to be seen. I think right now, though, we're just going to start with the knick-knack bullcrap stuff. Let's start with the fuel system. And then there's a lot of other stuff. Oh, yeah, there's plenty to do. So let's just get busy on getting us a fuel system. What we're going to do first on the fuel system is, that's the fuel line right there. It was not rusted out, but I don't know what it looks like on the inside. So what we're going to do is shoot some carburetor device cleaner in it. I'm going to hit it with some air, hopefully blow all the trash out the other end. And then we'll just have to run a hose from here to the fuel pump. And I got the line from there to the carburetor device. Then we'll have to have a hose from the other end to the gas tank, and then we'll put the gas tank in and be done with that, hopefully. I don't know that I got enough, we call that fuel line. Might have to run to Ireland here in a minute and get some more. I'm going to put some of this here stuff in that fuel line. Hit her with the old blow nozzle, and y'all listen. See if it comes out the other end. Oh, yeah. Let's do that one more time. All right, listen. Oh, yeah. Now that we got that done, when it gets here, hose run from here to the fuel pump, and then get my other line running up here. Just get this hoses on us here. Now I gotta cut this line right here, approximately in that area, right there. Chompa chompa. All right, let me go get this line here if I can find it. All right, this is gonna go probably about right there. Let's tighten her up right there, and then I'll move it if I have to. Well, I was fixing to put the gas tank in, and we can't do that. No, sir. Our whole sending unit assembly, well, looks like it's been at the bottom of the ocean with barnacles all over it. The sending unit itself, it broke free. Yeah, but the end of it here, well, it's all stopped up. Plus, that's where your sock filter goes. Well, it's broke off. So I'll have to see if I can get one of them here in a little bit. What are we going to do right now? Well, I don't know. Let I tell you what. Let's see. This has been bothering me for a while. I want to get these dents out. Yep. Let's start with this fender right here. See if we can pop this dent out. I'm not sure how well that dent shows up on camera, but, well, you can see my hand. It needs to be out here probably. What I'm going to do first is find me something, stick in this hole right here, go to whooping on it, and then we may have to get a football, stick down in there and blow the football up, pop it out down here. I don't know. Let's just go to whooping on it and see what happens. But all I can find is this piece of pipe right here. I'm going to see if I can push it out. Firstly. Oh, look at there. Looky there. Got a little bit here, a little bit here. This is going to be hard to get because you can't get up in there. We might have to use a football here, but let me see if I can get right here. Do something with that. No, sir. Not with this pipe anyway. Well, wait a minute. Oh, look at here. Let me get a little something skinnier to get this right here. Here's some double D steering shaft. We'll see if that'll work. Come on, man. Just a wee bit more. Oh, yeah. If that ain't some backyard butchery body work, I don't know what is. No, sir. I got this little bit right here. Ain't really no way to get it. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I might get a football later. Stick it up in here and blow it up. We'll just have to see. There's nothing over here on this fender. Let's get it. There's just a wee dent right here. And there's a wee small hole right here. So let me see what I can do with that real quick like. Oh, look at there. Y'all didn't know I was a body man, did you? I didn't either. Well, I took care of that one. That's pretty good. I don't think there's nothing else other than the driver's side door. Let's just walk around the truck and see. I don't see nothing on the tailgate. I don't see nothing back here. Got this little rust that somebody tried to repair. I ain't worried about that. I just want to get the big dents out. Ain't nothing in the dough. This one here was right here, and it's pretty smooth. And then we got this one over here we just did. If I can find me something that's crooked and get up in here, I can probably knock that little bit out right there. Then, of course, got this huge one in the door, so probably going to have to pull the door panel off because this surface is so crappy. You know, sometimes you can put a plunger on it, pull it out, but I don't think it's going to happen. So let me pull this door panel off and see if we can't pop that dent out. All right, I think that's all the screws. Wait a minute. Now, what are you supposed to do about that fella right there? Oh. I see now. Oh, yeah, look at here, look at here. Ta-da! Now, I got to roll the window up, and then we got to figure out why it won't go all the way down. All right, let's see if we can get this fella here popped out. Ooh, I got to have something better than my hand. See if this will work. Interesting. What about that right there? We're getting there. This one here probably gonna have some crinkles in it. Probably so. Got a little bit right here. Some right there. I think that just popped out. And most of it. And a little bit right down in here. Oops. I bent that rod. What does that do? The unlocker? Yeah. What'd that do? Well, still one right there and some right there. Let me give me something for that big one down at the bottom. There it went. Oh, I heard it. Still got a crease right there. We're not gonna get it perfect. I just want to get it popped out. Let's see if we can't get this little fella right up in here popped out. Oh yeah. That lock's still dented in. I think that's gonna have to do. Now, let me see if I can't figure out why this window don't want to roll down all the way. Well, it's because the door was dented. Yep. It just rolled all the way down then. Sure enough. Alright, well, we fixed two things there. Alright, let me see if I can't get this panel back on. I gotta find me a knob for this. That fell off. Alright. Glad to get that done. Let's make sure this still rolls down. Look at there. Oh yeah. What if these wing windows open up? Let's see real quick. No, sir, that button is froze. Let me hit it with some, what do you call it? What is it called? Coil of oil. All right, there we go. Does it open? Oh, look at here. Well, almost. The window ain't froze anyway. I just got to get this handle to open up more. Look at there. Oh, we got us a wing winder. Let me go see if that other one will work. That door looks mucho betero. Oh, yeah. You can't even see no dents in it hardly now. It's caved in a little bit around the lock, and then there's a crease right here, but that's the best I can do, fellas. When you're an untrained professional practicing backyard butchery, yeah, that's what you get. Oh, yeah. Still got this little fella right here. I'll work on it sometime. This one over here. Can't even tell nothing was there. Oh, yeah. Was going to try to get this wing window to open, but, well, it's been RT&V'd on this side. I guess the seal or whatever was gone, so they dabbed her up with some RT&V and said, oh, yeah, that'll do it. So that ain't going to open right now. That window does roll down, but it's not real smooth. Also, watch this right here. Yeah, we got to fix that. That's due to, well, there it is right there. The weather stripping around this door, it's just gone. It's crumbling. Oh, yeah. I might order some of that tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. Also, I got to order a sending unit for the gas tank. I think I'm going to call it a day, fellas. I know it's been a short day, very short day, but I ain't felt good today. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be 100%. And, well, we're waiting on parts at this point. We don't have a whole lot left to do. And we're waiting on torque converter, put the transmission in, get the rear end welded up. I think tomorrow, whilst we're waiting on that, let's just focus on the engine bay, get all this done. We've got a little wiring to fix and carburetor device to put on and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Till the next day. Now look at here what I got. Oh yeah, we got us a box full of headers. Also just got back from Ireland, got a box full of parts, including fuel sending unit. Yep. So I think we're going to start with getting the gas tank in, getting the fuel system done. After that, well, let's get under the hood. Let's get everything done under here that we can, with the exception of radiator. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. Hopefully it will be, but I kind of doubt it. As soon as it gets here, we'll put it in. Also, oh, by the way, I spent, I don't know, an hour or two last night after I shut the camera off, putting tires on my new wheels. My new wheels, they're old, but they're new to me, new to this truck. I got tires for the back. They looks pretty good, I think. I'm waiting on the front. We need to lower the front. Then I can, fully determine what size tire I want. So we'll talk about that in a little while. Let's get this other stuff done first. All right, let's get this sending unit in. And it goes like this. I know that not because I remembered how the other one came out, but because it's got two little tabs here that fit in these two little slots. Yep, that's the only way I know that. Approximately, well, maybe not. Maybe this doesn't fit this gas tank. Oh, I see now. The little tangs right here are wider than these slots. So that's good. Let me grind on them a little bit and I'll be back. We'll get it to fit. Do it fit or don't it fit? Well, I gotta do a little bending on them now because they're a wee bit wide. I think one thing is something else all the time, just all the time. All right, I bent them tabs in just a wee bit. Let's see what's gonna fit this time. Come on, man. Oh, look at here, it fits. Now, I gotta pull it back out because I think this little rubber gasket right here, I think it goes down in there. That would make sense anyway, so. It ain't exactly centered. It's not the best made stuff, but it's what I got, so it's gonna have to do. Now, that little feller goes underneath there. Oh yeah, like a glove. Now, I gotta get that hose on there and then we put it in the truck. All right, let's see if we can get this thing in here. I put me some inner tube right there on the straps. I probably should put some here too, but I ain't worried about it, fool on it. I gotta get that up in there, but I gotta get this hose attached over here too. Of course, I need 47 hands, but I ain't got a tube. Where'd that hose go? I gotta get my clamp on it. Where is it at? All right. Now the fuel sending unit wires, where are they at? Right here, maybe? Then I gotta get this filler neck hose, plus the little vent tube inside of it, where it goes. All right, that goes right there. Let's get at least one strap hooked up so I ain't gotta hold this thing. Then we'll worry about that hosiery back there. All right, got that one on. Whew. See if I can't get this hosiery on where it needs to be. Come on, man. You're almost there. Almost there. It's good enough. I can work with it in a minute. Let me get this other strap on. Let me tighten that up a little bit. Oh, I think we're good there. Let's get this hose on over here and we'll be done with the gas tank. Well, there's our pretty new gas tank. Oh yeah, everything's hooked up. I got my rubber straps in there. Hopefully we won't rub no holes in it. This hose, y'all can't see it, but it's right up in there. It's probably gonna leak when I put gasolines in it because I cut it long ways when we took the old tank out, you know, because it wouldn't come loose. And I forgot about that. I should have bought a new hose. Oh well. If it does leak, then we'll put another one on it. I think now, let's get on up here under the hood, go to doing stuff up there. First thing we're gonna do is get these headers to fit. I done tried them and they hit the cross member right there. Let me put them on up in here, about right there. And well, if it does hit, it's very, very small. Let me put a couple of bolts in it and we'll see what happens there. And this here might not need no beating and banging. One of y'all in last week's video left me a comment and said you had one of these trucks and Fox body Mustang headers fit. Well, why didn't you tell me that before I ordered these? Anyway, That one there, I mean, it is really, really close. So I think what I'll do, I'm gonna mark it. We'll whoop on it just a wee bit with a hammer, about right in that area there. And we'll make it fit, and then we'll check the other side. They had another set that I think they might have been mid-length. These are the shorty. I don't know if they call them block holders, but they're shorties. All the tubes came on back here and down. And I started once to get them, and I thought, no, let's just get these right here. We'll make them work. Let me get a hammer. Well, here's a hammer right here. Whoop on it! That's probably good enough. I gotta let it down and get another bolt in because I can't get it from here. Let me tighten this up, then we'll raise it up and see what it looks like. Let me see if I can get y'all in there and show you just how little clearance we got. Right there between this flange and this cross member. I don't know if you can tell or not. And then right up in there on that motor mount, she's really close, but it ain't hitting, so that's all that matters. Let's get this side on over here, see what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it's about the same as the other. So let me mark it approximately where it's going to hit. Then I'll whoop a devil out of it, and then we'll try it again and see what it does. Whoop a devil out of it, but don't bend this. That's hard to do because that is right in my way. Tell you what, let me see if a big old pipe wrench will bend it. Whatever you do, don't slip off and cut my hand. All right, let's try that. All right, let me see. It ain't hitting up here, so let's raise her up one more time. See if it's hitting down below. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Well, it's a wee bit closer than the other one. I don't know how well y'all can see that. It might be a quarter each. Hey, that's all we need. I can get this bolt in here. That's all that matters. Yeah, just know that if you're putting a 351 in one of these trucks, you want to get those mid-length and the collectors further back to the back of the truck. And yeah, they should be okay. One more thing, starter don't fit, which I knew that from the description. It said you have to use a 90 or later Fox body starter. The end of it hits right here at the collector. Well, one feller said in the reviews that he had to get I think a 94. I'll read it again, and then I'll order one tonight, and we'll have the starter. Anyways, let's lower the little feller down. Continue working under the hood. I think we'll continue with the headers, and let's get the gaskets on. I'm gonna pull this header back off real quick, and I want to put that gasket up to it just to see how it matches. I'm using a Velcro, I can't remember the number, but it's what Edelbrock recommended for these heads. I'm just curious how well it matches up with the port. Well, they don't match up real good. This gasket matches up dang near perfect with the head. But as you can see here, it ain't real good, but it's gonna have to do. I wanted 1 3/4 headers because of that, but you can't hardly find them. They're long tubes, and most long tubes ain't gonna fit this truck. So this right here will have to do. All right, let's get this little fella back in here. Oh yeah. Put the 2 end ones on, and that gasket It'll hook onto these bolts. Makes it a lot easier to get it in there. Oh yeah, just like a glove. All right, let me give them a heave ho, and then I'll do the other side. And then, I don't know, we'll do something else. You know what I just realized? The transmission ain't in. This motor could be set back that way a little bit. And if it levels out when we put the transmission in, well, we didn't have to do any kind of beating and banging. That'll be interesting to see. Anyway, let me get this tightened up and I'll get the other one on. Headers are in and bolted down. I had to do a little modification with a big old hammer on number 8 tube. I couldn't get a wrench or socket on it, so I had to whoop on it a little bit. Finally got it tightened up. Putting the plugs in, well, we got an issue. These headers, they weren't made for angled plugs. Nope. I got them all in except for number 7. It will not go in. It's hitting number 8 tube. So I'm going to have to modify it a little bit more. And about half of them, I can't get the socket on them. No, sir. So I guess we're going to have to use a boxed in wrench to tighten up the spark plugs. Maybe. I don't know. I may have to modify a wrench for that. Anyways, let me see if I can get this tube over here where I get the spark plug in. I'm going to try to get on that head bolt there. Do a little prizing. Maybe I don't break stuff. All right, let me see if that helped us out any. Probably not, but maybe. The thing about it is I can't even grab a hold of it to turn it. I can't get it to start. Let me work on it a little more. Well, I managed to get number 7 plug in. I mangled that tube pretty good. Well, then I went to tighten them up, and well, I can only tighten up 2 per side. Yep, sure enough. I thought, well, let me get a wrench, see if I can't get it on the other 2 on each side. No, sir, you can't get a wrench on them because they're so recessed back in the hole. So, ended up having to take the headers back off. Yep, sure did. Tighten them up, put the headers back on. So, if we ever have to do a plug change on this motor, headers got to come off. Sure enough. Anyway, it's aggravating because these headers, they say they are for straight or angle plugs. So, whatever. Now, I got me a new cap. Let's put that on. I got some new plug wires, but they are straight boot, I'm pretty sure, just like these are. And, well, they're not going to fit number 7 for sure. Not sure they're going to fit any of them, but I guess we'll find out here in just a minute. Let's swap them out. Numero uno cylinder is, I believe, this one right here. And it is at not quite 1, probably 12:30 o'clock. So y'all remember that. Number 1 is at 12:30 o'clock. Let's get rid of this garbagery here. Bye-bye. Now, this feller here is going to go approximately right there. Snap. Snap. Let me get my wires out. Well, I take that back. These are not straight boot. They are angled, so that's wonderful. That's awesome, actually. They are pretty blue, though. It's a different color blue than what the motor is. Probably should have got red, but fellers, at this point, I don't care. I just want to be done with this so I can drive it down the road. Numero 10 goes right there-o, just like that. Just like that. Now, what's the firing order? I got to look it up. 1372. We'll put that one there, and number 30 is right here. Yeah, these gonna work pretty good actually. 7 and there. 7. Yeah, it's gonna go on, but it's gonna be aggravating. All right, let me get the rest of them. I'll be back. Got all the plug wires on. I was fixing to start making my wire looms. Then I remembered, hey, dummy, you got some new valve covers. So let's get them swapped out really quick like. Well, here they are. I think they're pretty fancy. Black with the aluminum fins. But looking at this surface here, it's been sanded on. Yeah, if they don't leak, I will be shocked. Sure enough. Make sure ain't none of these little fellers come loose. They don't feel like it. All right. Hopefully they won't leak. If they do, well, we'll just have to take them off, put some RTV on it. They don't have baffles in them either, so not sure what's going to happen there. They are tall, so that might help with not throwing oil out of the hole. I'll have to get some breathers. Got to hook up a PCV. Speaking of, remember how the rear main seal was leaking? One of y'all said Fords have to have the PCV hooked up or that rear main will leak. I'm assuming that's true because I'm not a Ford guy and I don't know. So hopefully that'll take care of that leak anyway. All right, let me get the other side done. I'll do my wire looms and then we'll put the carb on. Well, I went to grab the second valve cover and look here what was in it. A bag of goodies. Had two of these plates, some bolts and screws. These are the, that's a baffle is what it is. Yep, so this is the valve cover that I put on first. We'll have to take it back off and put that on there. Hopefully that'll keep us from sucking a bunch of oil up in the PCV valve. Got all the plug wires done and then realized, well, I don't have a coil. I got a coil, but it's the old one. It's all dirty, ugly, nasty. So I'll buy a new coil tomorrow, or I'll order one tonight. They probably don't have it in stock. If they got a nice chrome coil holder, I'll get it too. But now, I think we're ready to put the old carburetor device on. So let's do that right now. This is the 600. I never could find a 750 at a reasonable price on, what's it called, Facebook. So I'll keep looking. As soon as I get one, or as soon as I find one, I'll try to buy it. And we'll swap it out. But this will do for now. All right, let me get my ratchet and tighten them up by hand. Let me see if I got a fuel filter. We'll put it in line right there. Well, I found a plastic one. I'm not a huge fan of the plastic fuel filters. Well, I like them because you can see through them and see, you know, if you got fuel flow or dirt, whatever. But I don't know, it's just something about plastic and fuel. I just don't think they should mix. Anyways, it'll do for now. I might get a steel one eventually. Fuel filter, fuel line, carburetor are installed. Only thing left, and find me a stud here and put my air filter on. We'll be done with all that. Air cleaner is on. It don't look too bad. I do wish it was a little bigger, just enough to cover the carb up, but it'll be all right. This will conclude the engine dress up. Yes, sir, that's it. I was wanting to get completely done under here tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen. What we got left is, well, I got to do some wiring over here. I'm assuming that's voltage regulator. The Mises, you know, apparently they ate that up. We got to put the starter saw all the way back on. Durspark, got to bolt it back on, hook it up. I got to order a coil, get a PCV valve. We got to put a thermostat back in and the thermostat housing. Radiator, heater hoses, heater fitting right here. Hopefully the radiator will be in tomorrow. I think it will be. Unless I'm forgetting something, well, we've got to put the power steering pump back on. But yeah, we can finish this up tomorrow, and then possibly we might start on the exhaust. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, we'll get back on it tomorrow. And I do believe, yeah, if nothing major happens, I think we'll be done with it this week. Oh, yeah. Till the next day. Let's just jump right into the mayhem, the MLS that's going on right now. Well, you remember last week we had a torque converter. The splines were all messed up. Sent it back to Summit. I went ahead and ordered the same brand. Got it today. And, well, before we get into it, let me tell you this. The CEO of ACC Performance, that's who makes Boss Hog converters. There's the box right over there. Emailed me this morning, left me his personal cell phone number, said, please give me a call. I figured it was about the torque converter, but I was trying to figure out how in the world did he know about that. Well, apparently one of y'all emailed him. I appreciate the sentiment there, fellas, but please just don't contact people on my behalf. I'd rather you not do that. Let me handle it. Anyway, he emailed me, left me his personal cell phone number, said please call me. So I did. Super nice guy. And he explained what happened to the splines. It's called a broach. He broaches all the splines at once. He said that machine went haywire, got all twisted and tangled. And what I was calling neural marks, it was actually from the broach spline. The spline broach made those marks because it got turned sideways. He said some of the bad parts got mixed in with the good. That's how that happened. And understandable. Well, y'all see me here. I screw up pretty regularly. It's understandable. Like I said, super nice guy. He said, I've already got you another one made. And he said, I can bring it to you. I said, well, I've already ordered one. I sent that one back to Summit. I've already ordered one that's got here today. I haven't tried it yet, but I said, I do appreciate it. And, well, I asked him, what do you think about being a sponsor for the channel? He said, sure. Just let me know in the future what you need and we'll take care of it. I thought that was pretty awesome. Fast forward to now, and I put the torque converter. Well, I looked at the splines. They looked pretty good, except for maybe 3 or 4 on one side didn't look quite right. I thought, well, let's just put it on there and see what it does. Well, I got it on. I cannot get it off. No, it's stuck. It made the first clunk, and that second clunk, when it's going into the smaller splines, it felt hard. Well, I pushed it, and it wouldn't go on anymore, and now I can't get back off. And I've been trying. I got 2 pry bars here, fellas. It won't come off. I don't like bashing companies, but I can no longer, I can't deal with that. That's 2 in a row. It's been bad. I'm not going for a third. If I can get this one off, send it back to Summit, get my money back. And, well, the truck is not going to be ready this week because I can't get a torque converter in time. Yes, Christmas is next week. Shipping is going to be slow. Summit, I think it'll ship tomorrow, but they're showing it won't be here till next week. So the truck is not going to be done this week. I sure hate it because I've been working my hind end off last 3 days. Well, let me show you here in just a minute what I did yesterday. But anyways, I'm going to send this back. There's a Hughes brand. It's 2500 stall. I was wanting a little higher, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. I thought about putting the stock converter back in, and I thought, no, sir, I'm not doing that. When we roll this truck out of here, do a burnout down the road, it's going to have the torque converter in it that I want. That's MLS, fellas. I'll tell you, I have to deal with it every day. Y'all think I'm joking, but I'm not. And again, I don't like bashing companies, but that's 2 torque converters in a row, and I can't deal with that. Anyways, let's see if we can't get this off, and then let me walk you around what I did yesterday. All right, let's do battle with this. See if we can't get it off of this transmission. I mean, it won't come off. Will not budge. I'm afraid if I do this, it's going to pop out and hit the floor. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do. It will not come back off. No, sir. It might be moving a little bit. I can't really tell. There it goes. Oh, yeah. Now get this fella off here, put it back in the box. Yep. Just to show y'all that it's not the transmission, here is the stock torque converter. Y'all watch this. Right here. That's the first one. Second one. Well, that third one can be aggravating. Let's see if I can't get it to go in. There it goes right there, I think. Yeah. Matter of fact, let's take a measurement from here to here and then measure over there, and we'll know if that's on all the way. Well, just watch this though. I mean, it pulls right back off. There's the second one. Third one right there. Let's measure, just make sure. All right, you want to measure from this mating surface on the bell housing to right there where that's going to butt up against your flex plate. Only thing I got is this square. So we'll measure just like that right there. And I have to subtract the thickness of this. That's 2 inches and 900 thousandths. Let's subtract that. That's 2 inches. So 900 thousandths is what we got from here to here. Let's go measure on the block and see what we got. All right, now what you want to do is measure from that same mating surface to which holes? I think it's these holes right here, but you can't directly because, you know, my calipers. So we can measure from there to here. I'm probably right in y'all's way. That I get 950. But then we gotta measure from here down to here and subtract that much. Let me get me something to stretch across here. We measure from that surface to that surface and we get, hang on a minute. Let me read my calipers. It's showing 2 inches and 170. So we take away the 2 inches for the thickness of the square. So you take away 170 from 900. And what does that give us? 800, 730. And that over there was, I done forgot. It was right out an inch, wasn't it? All right, I got my numbers all confused. So I'll come over here to the whiteboard and try to work this out. From the bell housing mating surface to the torque converter mating surface where it touches the flex plate, we had 900 thousandths. Then on the block under the truck, we had 950 from the block to the ring gear. Well, then we have to take some away from the ring gear to the mating surface on the flex plate. And that was 170 thousandths what we have to take off. This makes, is that 780? Yeah, 780. All right, this will be your clearance. 900 minus 780 is 120. Basically an eighth of an inch. That's pretty good. I don't know the exact measurements, like up to 3/16, quarter inch clearance before you need to start shimming. Anyway, my point of doing this is to show you that that stock converter is going on the transmission. There's nothing wrong with the transmission. It's just I've gotten 2 bad torque converters in a row. Also, know, by the way, whilst we're at the board, let's just go ahead and mark some stuff off. I forget to do this. Yes, I sure do. Paint the frame. We're almost done, so we'll mark half of it off. Working on pinion angle. One of these days we'll get it. Same thing there with welding the spring purchase. We got front brakes done. We got rear brakes done. Cleaned the engine bay. Fixed the dents. Of course, we did that 2 or 3 weeks ago. Boring home, building motor. Got to do that. Clear coat. Not sure that's happening now. I'll explain that later. Wheels and tires. I've got the wheels. I've got 2 tires. The other 2 are coming. We will mark that off when they're actually on the truck. Clean the interior up. Got to do that. Part of that is here. Hopefully the rest of it will be here tomorrow. Electrical work. I got that done. I'll show you in a minute. Gas tank is in. tail light. I was going to get a new tail light. I ain't decided yet. Might just put some red tape over it. I got the headlight trim. I got to put it on. Tailgate handle. I forgot about that. I got to try to find one. Shocks. I do not have them. Heater core. Still got to do that. Exhaust. Still got to do that. And there's probably other stuff that I need to put on here. But anyways, we got, half of it marked off. Yeah, we'll get the rest of it here next week or two. Well, I don't know how many days it's been, but I will tell you this. I'm pretty disgusted with the torque converter situation. There little feller is. Got it almost boxed up, ready to go back to where it come from. Well, I've been so disgusted. I ain't touched the truck in, I don't know, 3 days? Yep. That took the wind out of my sails when you got two torque converters holding you up. Well, I started on another project. I had her sitting over yonder. Well, it turned out to be a disaster, let me tell you. So we're back on this feller here. And I think what we'll do tonight, let's go ahead and get tires and wheels on it, lower the front end, and that'll probably wind this video up. Here's my front tires right here. They are 245, 60-15. Of course, they're, raised white letters. And, well, let me show you the wheels. I already got them on the back. What y'all think about them right there? They are chrome, steelies, smoothies, whatever you want to call them. With the little baby moon hubcap in the middle. I think it looked pretty good. The tires on the back are the ones that came off the dude. Remember when we lowered him, we had to go to a smaller tire in the front? Well, that's where these tires come from. They're 275, 60, 15s. I can't decide. I kind of like the look of them without the center cap. I don't know. We'll just have to, we'll leave them off and look at them and then put them on, look at them, see what we think. But right now, let's get these tires on them old wheels if I can find them. I think they're in the back there. Get tires on it, get them on the front, get that other one on the back, and then we'll talk about how I'm going to lower the front end. These wheels are a little bit rusty. There we go, finally. My goodness. It only took 15 minutes to get to that point. Let's see if we can get it off of here. Oh yeah! Well, the bottom bead is done seated again. How does that even happen? Well, ooh. Ta-da! Those valve stems that I bought, big old bag of them, there ain't no count. They don't let much air flow through them. When you take the valve core out, it won't let any air through. So I may have to buy a whole new bag of them. These are the steel bolt together type, by the way, in case y'all were wondering why I brought that up. About 32. Oh yeah. Let me get the other one changed and then we'll get them on the truck. yeah! Well, the tires are all on. Already looks a lot better, but not quite there. We got to drop it front. Originally I wanted to go 3 inches because we went 4 back here in the back. Well, let's do a little measuring, see what we got. Let's measure this body line right here. That's about 13.5 to right here. What we got up front here? We got approximately exactly 15.5. If I want to drop it 3 inches, we need to go 14, 13, 12.5. Well, what we got right here just at this fender, it's kind of hard to measure holding this camera. Approximately 31. Let's see if it's the same on both sides real quick. Well, it's within, well, it's pretty much dead on. Yep. Here's what we're going to do, though. I originally told you I was going to cut the springs. Fooey on that. And here's why. Eventually, this truck is going to get A-arm suspension. We're going to go away from this old junky I-beam stuff. Why Ford stayed with that I-beam front end, I don't know. But eventually, we're going to get rid of that. Whether we do a Crown Vic swap or Mustang 2, where I build a complete A-arm suspension, we're going to go away with this. So instead of cutting the springs, it takes a lot of time to cut the spring, put it back in, try it, and then the top spring, you have to heat it and bend it to match what's there. I don't want to do all that. So what we're going to do, get the old torch. Oh yeah, we're going to heat the springs up. Yes, sir. We're going to drop it like that. Again, I wouldn't do that if it was going to stay this way, but it's not, so I ain't worried about it. Let's get this thing dropped. Oh, we'll just have to see. We'll go like 2 inches, see what we look like. And then we might drop another inch. And we might leave it alone. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Fire in the hose. Oh, y'all know what we need to do first? Yeah, we got to take them, we got to get them bump stops off first. So, yeah, let's do that. Well, I thought them bump stops were bolted on from the top, but there's nothing there, so I'm going to take a hammer and a chisel and go to whooping and see what happens. Well, this is interesting here. How is that attached? Okay, they screw on. I don't understand that. Maybe this bolt is welded to the frame. Yep, they unscrew. Let me get this other one off. All right, I got them aggravating things out of the way. They do unscrew, but I don't understand what kind of head it's got on it. But the whole thing's spinning, so I had to beat the devil out of it over there too with the torch and hammer and punch. Let's see if we can get this little feller here lowered. Oh yeah, I think she's dropping. Yep. Let me hold up. Let's see what we got right there. We have approximately 30.1/8, and over here at the body line we got 15. We went a ½ inch one place and almost an inch in the other. So let me hit another coil. I'll hit that and above it. Let's see what it does. Woo! I like to burn my face off right then. Oh yeah, she's coming on down some more. All right, let me measure it again, see what we got. We're at 14 and 3/8 on the body line, and then at the fender well, we're approximately 29 and a half. We've come an inch and a half, so looking at it, we still need to go quite a bit. So let us keep dropping it. Let me hit it right here. I'd like to get this area right here to drop. Be a little more uniform anyway. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, it's coming on down. Come on down. Hit this one up here now. See what this do. All right, let me see what that did. Oh, we're at 13 and 3/4, and the fender well, we're at 29. That's 2 inches right there, and we still ain't there. No, sir. Let me go a little more. Actually, tell you what, let's do. Let's do the other side. Let it catch up. Yep, that's what we'll do. All right, let's see if we can get this little fella here dropped. Oh yeah, come on down, buddy. Let me get the one above it too. Our bushing is on fire. That ain't good. Come on down, buddy. Come on down. All right, let me see where we're at with this side. We're at 14 and 3/4, and in the fender well, we're approximately 30 and a quarter. We ain't went but about 3/4 of an inch. Fire that torch up and hit her again. Hit it right here this time. And get this coil here to drop, hopefully. Oh yeah, she's coming on down. Get that and above it, do the same thing. All right, let's check her again. 13 and a half and 29. What did I do on the other side? I don't forgot. Let me go check. 29, 13 and 3/4. Well, fellas, I took a gander from the side over there, and we ain't quite there. No, sir. It ain't quite level. Still a wee bit high in the front, so we're going to take her down another ½ inch at least. Uh, 12 and 3/4 at the bottom there, and then at the fender well, oh, we're at 28. That's 3 inches. Tell you what, let me do the other side. I think we'll leave it there for now. Well, there she is, fellers. It's okay. It needs a wee bit more. According to the measurements at the bottom body line, we're 1/4 to 3/8 down in the front. Well, I don't like this fender gap at all. We're going to close that up a little bit, but not right now because, like I said, we got to add the transmission, radiator, water, and all that. The transmission is in the middle, but it's sort of biased to the front. We'll just wait and see next week once we get everything in it. And if we need to, we'll drop it. We'll heat another coil up and drop it some more. I don't like the stock location of this tire either. It needs to be forward just a little bit. Yeah, at least too much hanging off the front there. The back is sort of the same way, but the whole fender well needs to be moved, and I'm not doing all that. No, sir. But it looks pretty good like it is. Now let me remind you, you are at the Backyard Butchery Emporium, capital of the world. This is how we do stuff around here. No, sir. This ain't how you lower a vehicle. Absolutely not. When you heat them coils up, they get weak and they will break eventually. Oh yeah, have no doubt. The reason I'm not worried about it is because all that's going to go away eventually. We're going to have AR suspension, like I said. Also, yes, the tires are laying in at the top a little bit. It's hard to see it on camera. I think this one over here is a little worse. Let me see. Yeah, it's a little bit worse. It's kind of hard to see it on camera. I ain't worried about it. Like I said, that's not going to be its final front end. Well, let me just tell you, to do this properly and keep the I-beam suspension, the I-beams and I think the spindles were $1,400, $1,500, fellas. I can't afford that. Well, I've had a few of you leave smart comments. Why you keep buying the cheap parts? Well, fellas, this is the third build I've done this year. How many have you done this year? Can you afford to buy the best parts for every build? No, sir, you probably can't. I can't either. I'm not even going to act like I can. So I just do what I have to do, fellas, to get the build done. But anyway, enough of that. I think she looks pretty sharp, but it does need to come down in the front a wee bit more, because I don't like that gap in between the tire and the fender. The back, she's real close to rubbing. Yep, I can't get my finger in there. But it's probably got an inch of travel before it hit the tire. What I'm probably going to do there is get some air shocks if I can find some that don't cost an arm and a leg. Raise it up a ½ inch will probably be enough. That'll help our stance too, because I think I want her raked just a wee bit. Yep. Like I said, we'll have to wait till we get transmission, water, radiator, and all that in next week and see where we're at, and we'll probably lower it some more. Oh, yeah. I had every intention of being done with this old truck this week, yes, sir. Had plenty of time. I believe we could have done it, but not once, but twice. Danged old converter has held us up, yep. I got parts coming, though, to take care of all of that, so I'll be looking for that next week. Also, you're probably watching this on Christmas Day, so I'd like to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. Please do not forget the reason for the season. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't mind, hit that like, comment, subscribe. Share it with your friends. And until next time, go do something. Blurb, blurb.